They say a great show lives or dies by its final episode. You can build a masterpiece over seasons. But if you botch that ending, that's what people remember. It's the last taste, and if it's bitter, the whole dish is ruined. Even The Boys showrunner Eric Kripke recently said, "You can count the truly great finales on one or two hands." He's not wrong. So when you're talking about a series as bold and brutal as Squid Game, the stakes for a satisfying conclusion are sky high. With season 3 just weeks away, I've been thinking hard about how this story should wrap up. What happens to Kang No-eul? What's next for Gi-hun? And will Jun-ho make it to the island? Let's dive into how Squid Game should end, not just to shock us, but to earn its place in TV history. Let's start with Kang No-eul, soldier number 11. If there's one arc I'd love to see fully realized, it's hers. The signs are already there. She's not like the other enforcers. She's been following orders, sure, but her morality has been screaming in the background. A former North Korean defector, No-eul joined the games with one desperate goal: to find her child. The masked officer dangled that promise in front of her like bait, but we've seen her compassion, especially when she helped Na-yeon. She's not a machine, she's a mother. So here's how I think it goes. No-eul finally sees through the masked officer's lies. The guilt, the pain, the manipulation, it all erupts. She turns against him, maybe even kills him. But this isn't a hero's moment. It's messy, it's emotional, and it costs her everything. I don't think No-eul survives. She gets close, maybe even has her hand on the door out. But before she escapes, she's taken down, either during a desperate flight or as collateral damage once the guards find out she betrayed them. A heartbreaking arc, but one that fits the show's tone. Let's talk about Gi-hun. He re-entered the games with one goal: destroy them from within. But here's the brutal truth: he might not succeed. I picture Gi-hun standing among the final few. He's made it so far. Again. But this time, it's not about survival. It's about change. Only the system is too broken, too deep. He watches more death, more betrayal. And slowly, he realizes he can't fix this. The horror of Squid Game isn't just the games. It's that the people playing them had choices. They chose to return. They chose to compete. Gi-hun comes face to face with the bitter truth. Society itself is sick. The rich set the trap, but the desperate sprang it. And just when it seems like there might be a way out, a reveal hits. In-ho, the frontman, was pulling strings the whole time. Gi-hun trusted him, only to learn he was the enemy all along. That could break him. Now I see 3 directions this could go. Gi-hun becomes the next frontman. Broken by everything he's seen, he steps into the role not to enjoy the power, but because he's given up on saving anyone. It's a grim commentary on how the system absorbs even the strongest rebels. Or maybe he survives the final game, only to be forced into a twisted rematch against In-ho himself. A champion versus champion deathmatch orchestrated by the VIPs. Personal, brutal, devastating. Or perhaps both Gi-hun and In-ho fight to the death. Both die. Gi-hun thinks he's ended it all, but the final shot reveals another island, another game, another group of pawns. He was just a ripple in a much larger ocean. And that's the point, isn't it? No matter how hard one man fights, some systems are too big to burn. And what about Jun-ho? That's the wild card. Trailers have been quiet about him, which means something big is coming. I think he makes it to the island. He survived his brother's betrayal and he's back for answers. Imagine that moment. In-ho sees Jun-ho alive, the brother he tried to kill. Their shared past floods in. The pain, the guilt, the memories of the mother they both loved. It weakens him. Maybe that moment costs him the game, or his life. But Jun-ho escapes. Unlike Gi-hun,